Hello students, I am Alpa Rupala, Assistant Professor from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology, Computer Department. Welcome to the lecture series of Mobile Computing and Wireless Communication. Unit number 1, topic Communication Network. Topics to be covered in this lecture. What is the transmission media? What are the types of transmission media? Then what are the guided media? What are the unguided media? The types of guided media and unguided media. Then communication network. What are they and how to divide it? So the first point, transmission media. So we can see that the transmission media is any form of media which carry your data. Okay, in that data we already learned that data can be analog data can be digital data. We can represent the analog data on analog signal or digital signal. We can represent digital data on analog signal or digital signal. Okay, this all fundamental we know. We also learned about the channel capacity. Okay, then what is this channel capacity? So this is the transmission media is what? Your channel. Nothing but what? Your channel, which carry your signal or data from the transmitter to receiver. Okay, from source to destination, it is carrying your data. Now your transmission media can be of two types. It can be wired or it can be wireless. Okay, it can be wired or it can be wireless. Now the wired media is also known as guided media and wireless media is also known as unguided media. These are some examples of guided media and unguided media. Let's discuss it one by one. So first of all, what is the guided media? Okay. Also the wired transmission media. Okay. So basically, we are saying the wired, that means any physical cable to carry your data. Okay, any physical medium to carry your data is known as wired media. Okay, and our signal or data is being guided through that. So it is known as the guided media. So there are some of the example of guided media which is basically frequently used. The first one is twisted pair cables, second one coaxial cables, third fiber optical cables, and fourth magnetic tape. Okay, learning about each and every one by one. First topic, twisted pair cable. So here you can see in picture that we are having two wires which is connected with each other, twisted with each other in a DNA helical form structure. Likewise, a DNA helical form structure. Both the wires are connected with each other. They both are conducting wires. Okay, it can be a copper wire. The thickness can be of 1 millimeter thick. Okay. So the question is, why these particular wires are being twisted? Can't we directly just parallel wires transfer the data? But as we have discussed in our previous lecture, that any communication cannot be happened without occurrence of a noise, right? So here two wires can also produce noise to each other. Okay, these two wires itself can also produce noise to each other. This particular wire interference range can be to this one, and this particular wire's interference range can be to this one. The interference range is what? A kind of range where the signal strength is in very much lower form, but it can affect the communication of the other one. Okay, or we can say just the interference range is just the noise range. Okay, so the noise of this wire can be effect on this one and noise of this wire can be effect on this one. So the crosstalk can be happen. Okay, to reduce this fundamental, we are twisting wires with each other. So they cancel out noise of both. Okay, so they cancel out noise of both and can communicate very effectively. Now, where this particular kind of wire is being used, so the most frequent use of twisted pair cables are in a telephone lines, okay, where we are sending the data in a voice and in a digital, both the form. Okay, but the main fundamental is what? Twisted pair cables will be used at very lower data rate. Okay, so now, okay, the twisted pair cables is also not being used in a telephonic line. So in LAN, we can also use twisted pair cables. Twisted pair cables can be of two types: unshielded twisted pair cable and shielded twisted pair cable. We are seeing the first one, unshielded twisted pair cable. Unshielded means we are just having two conductor wires and no insulated cover on that. Okay, so this is known as unshielded twisted pair cable. Example, any ordinary telephone wires. Okay, but it will be less expensive but not that much of immune to noise. Attenuation can be more, interference can be more. Okay, most frequently used twisted pair, unshielded twisted pair cables are category 3 type and category 5 type. Okay, now this is what category 3 and category 5. It is the number of twists per centimeter. Okay, number of twists per centimeter. The more number of twists are there, the more you are higher to immune to your interference. Now, second one is shielded twisted pair cable. Look, see, you are having one insulated cover metallic shield which just exclude the external interference. Okay, what we have learned previously, the internal interference can be eliminated by just twisting the cables, but this is because of the external interference. So the shielded twisted pair cable is having more bandwidth and more data rate. Okay, the noise immunity is higher than the unshielded one. So a little bit of expensive than the unshielded and can be used for higher data rate communication channel purpose. So I have also told you that telephonic line nowadays not using the twisted pair cables. Then what they are using? So they are using the coaxial cables. Okay, so here it is the example of coaxial cable. You can see there is one inner conductor and there is one outer conductor with braided mesh. Okay, and there will be the insulator to eliminate the interference between them. Okay, there is the insulator to eliminate the interference between them. So we can say this all the fundamentals. Now at what? Okay, coaxial cable is having higher immunity to noise than the twisted pair cable. It is having the higher bandwidth, it is having the higher data rate. So the transmission for higher bandwidth and data rate would require the coaxial cable. Okay, so already we have discussed in television and telephone line nowadays they are using the coaxial cable rather than the twisted pair cable. Next topic, optical fiber cable. Likewise, in example you can see there is one glass cladding on which the plastic buffer and outer jacket. But this is not we always seen. This is our basic fundamental of fiber optical cable. The cladding will have lower refraction rate, lower refraction rate than core. So whenever the signal is being sent in the form of light, they will reflect back to the core. Okay, and they will travel along your medium. So the kind of cables we are talking about are very thick. The kind of cables we are talking about are very thick and it is very difficult to bend this kind of cables. But if we even though bend this kind of cables, then the rate of your data transmission can be reduced. Okay, because it will affect the reflection rate. So in very much higher bandwidth communication, we are using this kind of cables. Okay, in very much higher data rate application, we are using the optical fiber cable. Likewise, you must be all of having the broadband connection, right? 50% public, I can say, will be having the broadband connection, and the broadband connection can be reaches to your home with more effective manner if they are using the optical fiber cable. Okay. Now, magnetic tape or removable media, a kind of transmission media which is now not being used. But let's see, it is a kind of it. So, it will be the physical plastic based covered disc which is having one tape on that, and that tape is collecting the data, and we can transfer this whole tape to one place to another place for transfer of data. Now, what is the advantage of this kind of medium? So, for higher data and lower bandwidth transmission channel, if we are using the magnetic tape or removable media kind of data transmission, then it can be carried out in a very efficient manner. So, till here we have seen the guided media, that means the physical communication medium is there, right? Twisted pair cables, coaxial cable, optical fiber cable, and magnetic tape. Now we are moving forward to the unguided media. The unguided media are kind of media in which we are not having any physical medium. Okay, we are not having any physical medium, but still we are transferring our data into electric or electromagnetical form, okay, which we are calling as a signal. So the first type of unguided media, radio waves. So here you can say radio waves. Here it is a big antenna. Mostly everyone has seen this kind of antenna. Here it is one big antenna. Okay, on this, here it is some transmitting device. It is also known as transceiver, which can transmit and which can receive. It can be omnidirectional type or it can be directional type. Okay, omnidirectional means it can propagate to all the direction, and directional means it can propagate to a particular direction. Okay, this is known as transceiver. So, for long distance communication, we are using radio waves because they can penetrate it through the walls and they can take the grounded surface shape of Earth for transmission. Okay, so likewise, an example, this particular radio waves depends on frequency. Like for very lower frequency and moderate frequency, the radio waves can take the shape of the curvature of the earth. But at the very high frequency, the radio waves can be reflected from the ionosphere and to the receiver. Okay, this particular kind of communication is known as radio wave communication. Okay, where it is being used in a very long distance communication. Next one is microwave. The microwave wave is a kind of straight line propagation mode. So we will require one straight line kind of antennas, or we can say transceivers, and the received data can be focused onto a one single point. So the microwave cannot penetrate walls, so we can say that we can use this kind of waves at a medium distance. Okay, because Earth's curvature is there and it is following the straight line. Earth's curvature is there and it is following the straight line. If we are using this particular kind of wave for long distance communication, then it can directly go to the space. Okay. Next one is infrared waves. This is for very short distance communication. This kind of particular waves can be you can see in your remote control, okay, in your mobile phone control, but this kind of waves can not penetrate to walls or any physical medium, and basically it is used in a very short distance communication. So moving forward to our next topic, that is difference between wired media and wireless media. So first, it can also be known as guided media because the physical medium is there, and in wireless media, it is also known the unguided media, which only propagates the electromagnetical waves and direction is not there. Okay, example, twisted pair cables, coaxial cable, optical fiber cable and magnetic tape. In wireless media, radio waves, microwaves, light waves and infrared. In wired media, point-to-point communication is there. Okay, because we know the direction, we know the medium, we cannot go beyond that medium. Okay, but in wireless media, we not depending that we always want the directional antenna. It can be a radio propagation, so it can be in all the direction. Now, discrete topology and network topology, continuous network topology. In wired media, we can use the bus, star, mesh kind of topology. Okay, but in wireless media, we can have only two types of topology. First one is omnidirectional and second one is directional. So now additional capacity can be produced by adding more wires if I want to add additional capacity. Or else I can say if I want to increase the bandwidth or transmission of my channel, then I can move forward from the coaxial cable to optical fiber cable, right? But it is not in a case of wireless media. Once it is settled down and it is okay with that, then we cannot change. Yes, we can change, but it will cost a lot. Okay, installation cost and installation is costly and time consuming in wired media, but in wireless media, the first installation is very costly. Then after, only maintenance is there. Now the wired media, the basic attenuation depends on the exponent on the distance. But in wireless media, it depends on the square of the distance. Now next topic is communication network. Now what is a communication network? We also know that the communication term means we are transferring our data, or we are connecting, or we are talking with everyone, right? But the network means for the communication purpose, we are adjusting our nodes in a proper manner, okay, in such a pattern that they can communicate in a very well manner. Okay, the communication can be wired or wireless form. You can see in example, just we are having the wired connection and we are having the wireless connection. They are all communicating with each other. And this particular fundamental is basically depends on the size of your network. In what particular area you want to make or establish a communication network. Okay, so first we can say the basic example of communication network, LAN, local area network. If I want to communicate from 1 to 5 kilometer area network devices, then LAN is sufficient. Then MAN, metropolitan area network, from 5 to 100 kilometer networking devices, okay, which can range from 5 to 100 kilometer. Okay, wide area network beyond the 100 kilometer. So local area network, I know that you have also learned this all the topics earlier. We are just giving the overview of it. For office building structure, okay, we are using the LAN. Most of them LANs are connected with the coaxial cable or coaxial cable or twisted pair cables. Okay, different types of topologies that can be carried out are bus, ring, star and tree topology. Next one is metropolitan area network. The metropolitan area network, it can be connect one whole city. Okay, so the larger area than the LAN. In WAN, there is LAN. By connecting multiple LANs, we can get the MAN. And by connecting multiple MANs, we can get the WAN, wide area network, or you can also call it as internet. Okay, which we are using every day, right? We are connected with the whole world by the internet, and which is also known as wide area network. So very much important. Okay, I forgot to tell you that in this particular subject, each and every topic must have one difference. Okay, and this difference is very much important, right? You can learn all the concept from the difference only. Difference between LAN, MAN and WAN. The first difference is the LAN can be of ownership private kind of, MAN can be private or public, but WAN can be private or public. The geographical area covered by LAN is small, by MAN moderate, and by WAN very large. The design and maintenance of LAN is easy, okay, but MAN is not that much of easy, and WAN also is not that much of easy. In LAN, communication medium which can be used is twisted pair cable or coaxial cable. In MAN, coaxial cable, then public switched telephone network cables, then optical fiber cables and wireless connection. And same as in WAN, any public switch telephone networks or satellite link can be used for WAN. Okay, data rates, or we can say speed in LAN, it is high. Now the question, why high? Because we are connecting or communicating at very small distance. The distance between the nodes which are communicating with each other are at very low distance, and we are using the physical medium, so the data rate is high in LAN. Okay, but in MAN it is moderate and in WAN it is low. But nowadays we are using for WAN optical fiber cable, okay, and which is having very large amount of data rate. Next, mode of communication. In LAN, each station can transmit and receive. In MAN, each station can transmit and receive, but in WAN, each station cannot transmit and receive. Okay, that means some of the nodes can be there which is not connected to your internet, or which is connected to your internet but not using any kind of transmission and receiving. Okay, now in LAN, the principle is broadcasting. For MAN, the principle is broadcasting and switching, and for WAN, the principle is of switching. Now, what is switching? We will learn a whole topic, switching techniques, in our later chapter. So, next one, what is the propagation delay? In LAN, it is very short, in MAN, moderate, and in WAN, long. Bandwidth for LAN, low, for MAN, moderate, and for... So, summary, we have learned about the transmission media, guided and unguided media. Guided media, magnetic tape, twisted pair cables, coaxial cables and optical fiber cables. Unguided media, radio waves, microwaves, infrared waves. Then communication network, which are LAN, MAN, WAN. Okay, thank you. We will meet in our next lecture.